and that brings your game to a whole new dimension. So Open Bar app is unique. No wonder we already got a lot of coverage from local media. Hong Kong Magazine already listed it as a top must-have app in Hong Kong, and Time Out Magazine as an absolutely essential in order to survive in Hong Kong. So briefly, here's our team of 4 hardworking people. So now let's talk business. First, the app is free for the users. So yay. So it's free in order we want to build a large targeted user base of bar goers. So now, how do we make money? That's a question. Well, first, we base our revenue stream on 2 main areas. First, it's we offer a bar membership package, so bar she needs to pay to be listed on the venue. But why would bar pay for that? Well, for 3 points. First, the app, since it's location based, it really helps face the bars. Help the bars facing the 3 main challenge nowadays. They want people to find their place easily, so location based. They want to promote their promotions, so happy hour locator. And last, since the app is fully integrated with social media, then it allows the bars that often don't have a lot of knowledge in social media to engage on these channels and make the customers come back to their venue. Last, we work with bar distributor, alcohol distributors. 75% of people, they don't know what drink to order when they go to a bar. And since open bar users are people that are already out, then it becomes a powerful window for alcohol brands to advertise and suggest their drinks to users. It's also, since it's Hong Kong's largest bar database, it also becomes a useful tool for them to reach their clients that are also at the bar. So if we look at the market, Hong Kong, there's about 1,300 bars, but we aim bigger than that. The app is already designed to work in any city in the world. So if we look at these numbers, we can see the scale of the market. So we're already being contacted by groups in other cities in Asia and even Europe that want to operate franchise of open bar, and that's exactly the technology, the strategy that we're going to use to grow bigger. So as you can see on this map, it's a night view of the world. Everywhere there's some light, there's some nightlife. That's for open bar. We can bring a better nightlife experience to all these cities over there. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Julian. Okay, panel, questions? Judges, rather, sorry.
So currently, how many users and how many bars do you have registered in the system?
Well, bars, we have 800 bars. Users, I cannot disclose that, unfortunately, for now. It's growing.
Exactly. How long have you been in operation?
In operation, I'll pass that to.
Hi, my name is Randy. I just want to take this chance to thank all my team. Everybody works so hard on this. I just want to take this chance to do that. Okay, the app has been launched about 7 months, and the company has just started about 6 months ago. 7 weeks, yeah, 7 weeks, and the company started about half a year.
And then the process for getting bars to register is, do you have to go door to door to each establishment?
A lot of them we did visit them door to door. A lot of them call us, sometimes we found them on the internet, and there are bars that are going to they start contacting us to put their posting, their profile on the internet, on the app. We also have a website called.
This is classified as a pretty local business.
Yes.
Especially when you want to scale in the future. So, what do you think about scaling?
We want to go beyond Hong Kong.
Right.
Okay. We want to have a working model in Hong Kong to build the database. We want to build one that works in Hong Kong, and then we want to go to other cities by partnering with different local guides, or we partner with franchising partnerships. That's how we want to grow to different cities.
How would you prioritize which cities you would go to after Hong Kong?
Actually,
Well, actually, we target the main cities in Asia. So, for example, our next step will be Singapore, since it's the kind of same size in Hong Kong. After that, we really want to reach mainland. Shanghai is a huge city for nightlife. Also, Taipei. So that's the main market we're going to focus first.
So you've already thought a little bit about the revenue model and from the bars and from the alcohol distributors. As far as, especially you said working model, how are you coming up with a pricing model? I mean, what works to kind of get bars that want to sign up? Where's the value? How does that, differentiate you, right? Because again, it is local. It's something that if you have success here, you will absolutely get copycats in other cities. So how are you thinking about that from kind of creating a unique value prop for these bars and for the liquor distributors?
Well, first I would say since Open Bar, it started. Actually, we looked in other cities. Of course, there's nothing about like similar to Open Bar now. But of course, we're gonna our pricing, for example, is gonna be like really customized to every venue. So smaller bars, they won't pay the same as the bigger bars. So it's really we try to get the largest amount really fast, and then exactly if we get success, then we're gonna expand to other cities.
How does the user redeem the coupon at the bar?
Oh, it's simple. You just show the on-screen coupon, and then there's a slider so that it offers security, so people cannot just show a print screenshot. So they slide, and when they slide, it automatically checks in on your Facebook, sharing the bar's profile on your Facebook profile. So for them, for bars, it's easy promotion, and of course they want to, and also a coupon can only be used once every 6 hours. So a user can only gain one in one night.
So how about in terms of the management team or the founders? I think everybody's had some sort of happy hour experience and know what bars to go to or I guess what are the specials. But in terms of the management team that you have, what sort of special expertise do you bring to your company?
We have technical team, we have internal technical team, we have online marketing, we have online marketing helper, we have project coordinators, and business development people. We're starting up, so we are learning in the process, and we're open for any opportunity to learn and to grow.
So you think people come to Open Bar to look for friends or to look for deals?
I think both. Don't
So
you
you
want
think
both?
so? I mean, just you mentioned just then. I mean, when you get a coupon, I mean, it goes straight to Facebook in terms of amplifying that. So, you're running a social network versus maybe I don't know whether you have messaging like with a Twitter like tool in there, and you also got deals business there. So it's quite a few things to actually mash into one.
Yes, because we want to build a community. We are kind of like the middle person to connect bar goers to bars, to connect wine distributor to connect to bars. So we try to build a community.
So how about migration risk then? Once you connect the people, I mean, the people go to those places. So what's that connectivity after the first visit?
There will be like the stickiness of the business. We want to have people to keep using it. It's not just a directory, it's a tool, it's an app. App is advertisement tool. App connects people. If there's one app that can help people to connect, that's what helps people connect together.
All right, thank you, Open Bar.
Thank you, Open Bar.
Okay, next up is Beyond 6, Eric.
Hi everybody, good evening. My name is Eric and I'm very happy to share with you about our project Beyond 6. And here's our vision, to connect everyone here's your real interest. So, so Beyond 6 is building the global people think people social network. This social network is different from the other social network like Facebook, Twitter, because those networks are built based on people relationship. We want to build a network based on the things we love and care, because we firmly believe that people relationships are largely based on common interests. So like on Facebook, you can make real friends. On Twitter, you can follow the celebrities. But now, can we follow an object? An object can be something that you have strong passion with. your interests, the things you love and care. So we are doing this by connecting people with their common interest, and I'm showing that why we think this is important with my own example. So I have, when I was younger, I was dreaming to be a pilot. And so on Facebook, I seldom share about this because I know that even though I have many friends, Facebook friends, they do not share this common interest with me. So if I share something about aviation, they will find that it's not interesting or not relevant to him. But that's not the case because there's actually someone who would like to share with me. Just because they are not within my Facebook friendship network, then we cannot share about aviation, even though we have strong passion with it. So now on Beyond 6, the users are connecting to different things they love and care. For example, I connect to CHK, connect to flight training, connect to wine because I love drinking wines. And on all these things, there are already different group of people they are connecting to these things. And like when I have a sharing about flight training, I post it to the flight training thing. And all those people who love flight training will get this update. Similarly, any update, news about CHK, about flight training or wine will be all feeding to me. So imagine like in Facebook, you have already get an aggregated update about all your friends' status. Now on Beyond 6, you can get an aggregated feed about all the things you love and care. And when we compare this with other social network, we use 2 dimensions. The X dimension is about how the people interact on that network. So like on the left-hand side, they mainly interact with the close friends like Facebook, they're building a real friendship network. And on the right-hand side, the extreme, when you are interacting with someone on forum, you probably do not know them. And on the y-axis is about sharing, about whether there's very general sharing or very particular sharing, like for Foursquare, they're sharing about locations. So we can see there's a gap here, and Beyond 6 is filling in this gap. We are targeting to build a platform for you to interact with someone that you may not know, but you two have shared common interests. So through the common interest interaction, you can become friends, and we're sharing particular to some things we love and care. So it is more specific, but it's not as specific as Foursquare because only share about location. We share any things that you love and care. And we can crystallize the commercial value on top of this people network. Because by connecting people with their interests, we actually capture their interest profile and location profile if they are willing to share the location. So we can do a very targeted ad based on their interest. And we can also have different kinds of campaign and event because when they connect to these things, they already divide into different groups. So we can have our business partner to have different kinds of campaign on different group of users. And we also have the merchant to do the O2O, online to offline, to help them to bring targetedly their online customers to their rural store and help them to do viral marketing. And there are many things that can happen on Beyond 6, like business partner can have events, merchant can have O2O, and we are also building different communities on top of this people network. For example, we're building travel, pet, and ladies. And we also welcome other external community to make use of our platform. Like we have a community external called Long Map, and they make use of our mobile platform for their users to communicate and share instantly. So we have a Beyond 6 building on the cloud computing platform, which is scalable to billions of connections. And we also already have the well-polished iPhone app released. So if you can download it for free, but it's only available on Hong Kong now. And we have also a pilot version of Android. We have the website, and we have different Facebook integration, like we will integrate with their Open Graph integration, and we have different Facebook app and pages for these integrations. So why don't we take a look of all these screenshots? This is the real iPhone screenshot. You can browse and find out your interest on different communities. And you can also do a keyword search, like you search coffee, and then you find out all the things about coffee. And also you can find out the food nearby. And if you like coffee, like you can see the coffee here, we have many coffee lovers. They come every day to share their expert knowledge, their equipment, their taste about coffee, and their lovely pics. And you can see these lovely cat things, and if you love cat, you will love these things. And also about photography. And because on this platform, the profile is not only your name, it is about your identity, your interest. We use interest for your identity. So even though you don't know them physically, you can know what kind of person they are by their things they connect. Like this is a cat lover, this is a coffee lover, this is a traveler, this ladies love cooking, etc. So you know their personality from the things they connect. And also we can get the aggregated feed for all the things we love. And we also have, because it's mobile, we have the real-time notification, inbox, private message, so user can share instantly. And I want to share the last event we had. we had it on last Saturday. This is a pet gathering event. It's initiated by our users because we have a pet community. We gather all the people who love pets. They bring all their dog and cats to our gathering. And even some users cannot go to the event. They can share this happiness because all the pictures they take, they will be instantly can access from the mobile app and also from the website. And so in summary, we are connecting different parties' interests. For users, we are connecting things they love and help them to meet like mind. For merchant, we are doing the very target promotion with prior marketing, with O2O, and more importantly, we are capturing the people's interest and proximity information. And we also have the patent pending technology to make good use of all these data. So thank you very much. This is the end of the presentation, and you can just download our Beyond 6 app and connect your real interest. Thank you.
That's Beyond 6, not Beyond 6. Okay, judges, questions for Aaron.
Okay, so my first question would be with the different social networks that are out there now. I think there's a component to each of those social networks that already has some sort of group or common interest or community type function where you can create a community and different followers, even if you don't know who they are, can actually join the community. So how different is that from what you have?
We want to put this kind of grouping or connecting be our primary user experience. So when the people join this app, they know that this is their primary intention is to connect with their interests. So this is their primary user experience, and they connect their interests and use that interest to represent themselves. And also they get the aggregate update about all the interests they have been connecting to. And these kinds of user experience and may not be available in all the other social networks.
But okay, so for argument's sake, if you were a Facebook user and you joined a group, isn't it? I'm already in the Facebook space. Isn't it troublesome for me to have to go out to your site to do the same thing that I can do on Facebook?
So so if the Facebook can do all the things we did, then we cannot survive. But the truth is, I think that there are some other area that Facebook cannot do or you cannot easily do. Like when we do the pages on Facebook, they have similar function. The page is owned by someone. They are not contributed and publicly owned by everybody there. And so I think this is the difference from Facebook.
So how do you plan on marketing this service?
So we actually do some integration with Facebook, like we will publish some Facebook app, make use of this concept, connecting things with and your common interest. So by this kind of app and Facebook integration, when the people use this app or see those posting, they would, if they think that their coffee is interesting, so they will go into our website or they will know our app and then going into our app.
So just because with that you mentioned Facebook again. So I mean, do you see yourself as another network, or as an application that's going to sit on some of these other overlapping networks? I mean, if you look at long term, are you a standalone social network that people are using, or are you integrating with or trying to be part of somebody else's social network, basically provide a different tool set?
Actually, I think both. The question is both. Is yes, we are a separate and independent network, so we want to have this connect interest network. But for targeting purpose or for growing user purpose, we have to integrate with all the other different platforms so that we can bring the traffic and bring the user from other network to our network if they are interested in this area. So in long term, we want to be an independent network, but for the step, we have to integrate with the other network first.
Take a question from the audience here. There's Jennifer Chang.
Thanks. I really like your idea about connecting to objects and everything, but I want to know, because I recently signed up for my Pinterest account, how are you going to compete with Pinterest? Because that's very similar. People connecting to objects, images, things, posting up things that they're interested in, and being able to really to connect with like-minded individuals. So how are you going to compete with Pinterest?
Yes, we think that there are many similar ideas. So we really see there are some similarity between Pinterest and with us. But for Pinterest, they are from different categories like art, design, these kinds. And user will not be easily create something on the same level on Pinterest. Like us, when we have using our mobile phone, when like you love this bar, then you can just instantly capture the picture and then you create these things. And for the other who also love this bar and find your things, then they can be connected.
Any other questions from the audience? Obviously, questions from the front of the audience. Nope. Okay. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Beyond 6. Woo! Okay. Number 4 startup, Popzine. Woo!
What a white guy!
Sorry,
White guy.
I don't use Macs very often.
It's not a Mac, it's a clicker. That's okay.
Anyway, sorry, I'll get on with the
Strike one.
presentation. Hey, my name's Ed. So I'm going to be talking to you today about Popzine, the social magazine. Okay, so reading 2011. Well, magazines 2011. Basically, pretty much the same as magazines were in the last decade. Okay, so here are a couple of my favorite topics from the last decade. Math, werewolves, miniature donkeys. Those magazines are pretty similar to the magazines like they were in the 60s and 70s. The way people consumed things was very similar. But, well, hopefully anyway, women's interests, the preference in men, and particularly their mustaches, have moved on since then. Basically, the point I'm trying to make is, even since the turn of the century, the way people consume premium content has not changed very much. In fact, going beyond that idea, the way that they actually interact with that information also hasn't changed very much. If I want to keep an idea in mind, or I want to save an article of some kind, I might create a scrapbook. Or, actually, I got this from Casey Lau's bedroom.
Always have to tell me.
You know, if I want to share something with friends, then I might create a collage. So anyway, this is reading 2012. Now we have Popzine. The idea behind Popzine is we're going to get real-time premium content to people, and we're going to present that content in such a way that we're going to try and help them reimagine it or recreate it in some way. So anyway, I'll get to the dashboard. So here we have Popzine as the app. We zoom in. So on the left-hand side, we have the feeds that I'm interested in. And actually on the right-hand side, we have the content that's coming up through Popzine. So as you can see right here, I'm actually interested in fashion, Lady Gaga, online shopping.
Woo!
Yeah.
You're interested in Justin Bieber, though.
So anyway, as you can see, Katy Perry's popped to the top here. I'm actually a pretty big fan of Katy Perry. So I'm going to click on her image, zoom in. High resolution photography. I can zoom in, I can pan around and see what she's up to. And in fact, I'm actually really interested in her shoes. So I'm going to go into the edit function. I'm going to circle it, draw some arrows. And actually, due to my alternative lifestyle, I'm going to make a comment and I'm going to ask my friends, where can I buy those shoes? So once I've done that post actually goes on to Popzine. And fortunately for me here, someone else on Popzine, Jen, has found out for me where those shoes can be purchased. So once this is done, go back to the main feed. You can actually, using the up and down arrows here, navigate through all the other variations of that image and all that content that's related to it. So someone else's take on this image is actually, what the hell is that bag? Going beyond that, Popzine isn't just about fashion or online shopping. You know, some people might actually make comments about American football, for example. They might say, hey, that guy should have made that play. In the UK, we play football with our feet. I might say,
hold it against you.
I might say that guy's offside. I might say he should have made that pass. Right. Yeah. Okay. Some guys know who this guy is. This is Jeremy Lin, and I guess this is probably what I want to say is the essence of what Popzine is. The whole point behind Popzine is it's not like the normal kind of sharing where you just share the same article or link thousands of times, like with Twitter or Facebook. It's generally the same content. People don't add to it much. The whole the whole point of Popzine is people will grab one image or a bunch of images, and they will, every time they share it, they will add more to it, enrich it in some way. So for example, obviously this is something that's going on today. Jeremy Lin, he's very well known for his skill in economics. So I threw this around the office today. I asked people to come up with some ideas. Obviously, someone made the ugliest Linsanity banner I've ever seen. Someone pointed out he wears his GPA on his jersey. I pointed out he schooled Brian yesterday or the day before. I mean, going beyond popular sports or whatever's trending, people might actually do stuff on a personal level. So here I might be trying to help my friend with their wedding. I might send them a bunch of ideas. She might tell me that one of them sucks. She might actually love one of them. So, I'm going to try and move on a bit now. This is how Popzine works. Basically, we source professional content from professional providers, from magazines, from professional photographers, and we pull it into Popzine, at which point we curate it, we edit it, and we sort it into feeds. Once we've gone beyond that stage, we push it out into the ecosystem, and the ecosystem feeds back more and new content into the system. So anyway, we're aiming for a release in the second quarter of 2012, with a web release later in 2012. Anyway, thanks for listening. So, we want to make sharing less passive, more interactive, and we're looking for angel investors, content partners, and you can get hold of me at mrzine@popzine.com. Thank you.
Fantastic. Okay, so do the judges have any questions for the man of the alternative lifestyle?
How do you make money?
Well, we would normally say we have a freemium model, but obviously when you have an idea like this, you don't want to put up frictional points in the way to stop people from coming onto your platform. So I think, at least at this early stage, we're more worried about how we're going to make it cheap and get it out there to as many people as possible. I think, we have played with freemium models, but I wouldn't say we're necessarily 100% decided on the direction we're going to take that.
I like the doodling part, but on an iPhone it's a little bit hard to do, right?
Yes. We probably, I think we're really targeting like tablet devices from the beginning, but it's quite easy to target like another iOS device once you've done a single iOS app.
With your content partners, what's your suggested term structure with them? How would you work with them?
Well, I don't want to go, if you buy me a beer later, I might tell you more about that, but I'm not going to go into too many details about that. But, basically there are, content providers are actually opening up nowadays in terms of, what they're willing to push out onto the internet. And I think they're starting to realize that, perhaps the old way of doing content and sharing it isn't going to work in the future. So
it seems like a very cloud-heavy business, doesn't it, Jim?
Thanks for the setup, Casey. I appreciate it. So with that, right, that's going to be a lot of data, a lot of feedback, a lot of simultaneous connectivity. So even in a cloud world, as you talk about, cheap access to infrastructure and scaling, have you guys thought about that from a tech model yet? If you do actually go with a freemium model and this thing hits, how you actually keep up with that demand?
Well, I'm not going to lie. To be honest, we're not our view on it is we're just trying to get something out there for now. And if you start to come across scaling problems, then we'll find a solution. That's a great problem to have.
Any questions from the audience?
He's a fucking man. I love you.
Any questions from this guy right here? I love you, Ed. That's not a question. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, so I'm to understand that the premium content, you're just expecting them to give it away for free?
No. We actually have to source and pay for the licensed content.
From Getty Images?
Some of it maybe from people like Getty or similar people.
Okay.
So there's money being transacted. Anybody else? The front here? Okay, thank you, Mr. Zine. Fantastic. All right, and here it is, the finale. Real Life Connect. Here we go.
Hello, my name is Jürgen. I'm CFO and co-founder of Real Life Connect. We are linking social spaces. So everyone knows brands spend a lot of money for online social media like Facebook pages or branded applications or even Facebook games. What they do as well, they invest a lot of money to engage their customer via offline events like parties, like Heineken parties or trade shows, or even like Red Bull is doing a lot of events. But what would be if there's a possibility to link the customer's experience, which he's having at the event, with the online world in a simple way? This is where Real Life Connect comes in. Real Life Connect is basically linking the offline world with the online world via RFID technology. In a simple word, it's like you allow your customers or the visitors of your event to like and share the experience they have at the event simultaneously and instantaneously throughout the social media channels. How it is done. For example, at the event you have a registration area. People get an RFID token, which can be like a card, a bracelet, or a small keychain. Then they register on a registration terminal and link up this RFID device with their Facebook account. Throughout the venues, there would be placed like several interactive points, which can be like boxes or terminals where the user can go and interact and publish content. For example, the content is predefined and branded and will then be simultaneously and instantaneously published into the user stream. So, which devices we have so far? There's like a check-in box. It's basically a box where the person can go and check in with a card, and this is just done with a simple swipe. We have also a light box. Just imagine you are in a bar and there's like a product sampling of a new drink, and at the bar the person can go, gets the drinks for free, places the card, and instantaneously this interaction is shared with his friends online. Just imagine another experience like here in this audience. There are a lot of people who maybe would like to get connected together. They take the box cards, go to the box, place it there, and instantaneously a Facebook friend request is set. Even for trade shows, for example, or for conferences, if you want to get a presentation or even additional information about the product, you place the card and the content is immediately sent to your email account. So, as all people like as well pictures, there's a photo solution which can be totally customized and branded. So the person is going there, placing the card, a countdown is triggered, and then the picture is taken. If the person likes the picture, it is immediately posted to his Facebook gallery. So what is the idea? Basically, we help brands and events to spread their message into their online world, starting to use their offline audience and helping them to amplify the message. So what is basically the whole solution? We offer the whole solution like cloud-based and web-based. We have the hardware, the software, and even the tokens. And everything can be fully customized and branded. We have as well an API which allows us to build on top of our existing system other things like customer loyalty system. So for whom is it basically? It's for the whole event industry, starting from concerts to retail stores, even if for conferences, for trade shows and museums. Just imagine you go to a gallery, you like an artwork, and find it interesting, you go there, swipe your card, and the artwork is immediately shared with your friends on Facebook. This is Real Life Connect. Thanks for your attention.
Okay, thanks very much. Bring the box. All right. Okay, that was really fast. Sure wasn't. But basically, you know, you're using there's a device, a physical device at the conferences, trade shows, and concerts that you would check into with a card instead of a mobile phone.
Yeah, it's basically we are enriching the customer's experience at an event. Just imagine you go to a conference or so, and normally you have nothing to do in the beginning. So we give them a chance to register a card, and then like throughout the venues, for example, normally if you check in, you can use your Facebook application on your mobile phone. But so far, just imagine maybe how many people here have checked in. It's maybe like 10% to 20%. With solution like ours, we have done like events where like the check-in rate was like up to 70%. And it's also true if you think a brand and even a venue wants to get the message into the user stream.
So basically, it's like an octopus card. You come to the front desk, you sign in, they put all your Facebook, Twitter, and email information on this card, and you can walk around and tap these boxes of things that you're interested in. Okay, does that make sense? So any questions from you?
A very interesting company. I'm very familiar with the space because we've invested in a company that does something similar, but it does mobile payments.
Okay.
So instead of the technology being on a passive card, it goes on to a SIM card, which goes into your mobile phone. So
yeah, it's basically for the future because nowadays, like all the mobile phones, they have not included NFC technology. But if you think about the Japanese market, their NFC chips also have a unique ID because what you basically do, we're doing triggering with unique ID. So if you think in the future, if the mobile phones are having NFC technology integrated, you can use a mobile phone with a simple swipe and it's working as well with this technology. So basically, it's the first stage what we are doing now.
Okay. So that was my question. Is in your business plan, do you have plans to migrate towards the smart?
For sure, it's just like because how he's treating the interaction for us is not really the main focus. For us, the main focus is the platform. So even we could trigger interactions with like QR codes and something else. So what we focus on is the platform to manage both things and as well the hardware.
But you're targeting specifically like conferences and
we are,
seminars, trade shows?
Yes, we are specifically targeting promotions. If you think like if a car brand is doing a roadshow, like for example at shopping centers or so, they would like to engage their customer and keep them at this venue. So we give them something to do. And if you give them something to do, they also to spread your message into their online social brand network. It's at the moment it's working with Facebook, with Twitter, and with LinkedIn, but it's also possible to hook up with all the other social networks.
So the cards don't really cost that much.
No,
but what about the readers themselves?
What? The readers?
The readers.
At the moment, we are renting out to readers. And you mean production costs or?
Well, I mean, you just having who pays for the readers when you bring them to a venue?
Basically, we sell it as a package. So you buy the whole Reader Connect system. It's like if you are renting out DJ equipment for example.
Yeah, similar to Derek, I'm also close to putting down money for a company that does similar thing in China, but in a different environment. What kind of data do you capture along the way from the merchant side and from the consumer side?
From the consumer, we basically don't capture any data as far as like what every other Facebook application is capturing. And from the consumer perspective, it's actually if you're, for example, thinking of a trade show, for you as organizer of the trade show, it would be interesting how many people are interacting with certain things. So this data we capture.
Right. So what's next?
Oh, what's next? No, next is like at the moment. The next thing is like to build more interactive engagement solutions, which is like with whole screens and all this other stuff.
So your equipment, the platforms, whatnot, is that licensed or purchased?
From us, we developed it on our own. When we sell it like for events, it's just licensed out, and if you are planning to do a fixed installation, we sell it.
And how about as far as, if you think about it, it is very, app heavy and very platform heavy, but what about, actually I think, people cost? You have to go man these events, is there maintenance on these, is there SLAs that you give to the event organizers?
It's basically, at the event you normally have already people there, so it's not so intensive because the setup is basically plug and play. You go there and you set up the Wi-Fi and the boxes are automatically linked to the internet. And there's an online content management system which you can manage all the data up front.
Do you have any clients right now?
Yes.
Can you tell me who they are?
No.
Okay, but they are large companies.
Yes.
In Asia.
Yes.
Advertising companies.
As well.
Okay, all right. Any questions from the audience? Yes, over here. Lawrence.
Hi, I love the idea, but I'd like to know what happens if I lose my card or my bracelet. Can anyone just check in under my name?
In the worst case, it would be like this, but basically, it's just a check-in, so nothing happens, and you can immediately deauthorize it, and then nothing is happening, like normal Facebook applications. You have full control, like in your Facebook account, which can say this application is allowed to do something, this not. So if you lose it, you go online and deauthorize your application and finish it.
It's like your credit card, I guess. If you lose your credit card.
No,
people checking in on Facebook, they're not really there.
Yeah, you're funny, but technically we did it.
Okay, great. Okay, that's it. Thank you, Jürgen. We'll go away. Okay, so that's it. I invite all the stars back out again. So after ship, come out. Beyond 6, open bar, pop scene, and real life connect. Okay. Oh, can we turn on the lights again? Nope. Okay. No lights. All right. So if you're on Twitter, we want the audience to vote using SMWHK as a hashtag. Pick one of the stars you like, and yeah, come out, so you remember what they look like. Okay.
Real life connect.
Real life connect.
After ship. Open bar.
Beyond 6.
Mr. B!
Pop scene.
Okay, remember when the lineup, just in case one of them, says something later on. So now you know. Okay, so we'll take a 10-minute break. We'll let the judges, what's that word? Deliberate about the winner of who they think, and we'll come back in 10 minutes. So grab another drink from the bar, and we'll see you back here in 10 minutes. All right, thank you.